Hello and welcome to the release notes, and welcome to you two as well.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here. This, of course, is the first release notes of the year, and we are very much looking forward to it. We have a very good package for you guys with a lot of good stuff in it. But first, over to Hedvig.
Well, as you can see, we are not in our regular studio. We are actually in Switzerland for our employee conference. We figured that it would be fitting with some snow for the January release.
And the January release is not actually just January, it contains December as well. So there's a lot of nice goodies in there that we're super excited to tell you all about. But now, over to the studio.
And to the slopes. Welcome to the release notes. Welcome back in the studio, because we are indeed back. And welcome, Mikael. You'll be joining me.
Yes.
I appreciate it. And of course, we're not only back, we're also in our trusty Web Manuals hoodies. It's very good to see you all. Now, as we mentioned in the snow, this is a little bit of a special release. Mikael, what is it that makes it special?
Because we're combining both December and January in one release, making sure that we have a natural way of working even through vacations and things like that. Making also this release a little bit bigger than it should have been otherwise, but there's just more goodies for you to enjoy.
Exactly, and it allows us to really pinpoint and choose the items we want to build. So we've been trying to build a lot for you, our customers.
Correct. Shall we jump into it?
Let's jump into it.
All right. So, talking about improvements, the first one we have for you today is that you're now able to select which pages you want to export in the PDF creation. That allows you to select a chapter, just a few pages, and you can just tick away the ones that you absolutely do not want to include in the export. Should be very handy, I think.
Exactly. For example, also if you just need to send a few pages to a friend, you can choose which ones, or maybe a chapter, because somebody needs to read a specific chapter. So now we can handpick what we want.
Correct. And this has been asked for years, so we're really happy to be able to give it to you at this point.
Yes. Also, we added a little bit of a change to the designer. Now we are adding in a heading number selector. And what does that mean? Well, it means that we can take just a heading number and apply either to a module, a heading, or a footer. So now we can effectively do whatever we want with the heading numbers on the page. Well, not change them on the page, but we can pull them and apply them to header and footer, meaning that we can make some quite creative page numbers, for example.
Yes, indeed. It's great with that kind of customization for your headers and footers.
Indeed, exactly.
Moving on to the next one, we've made sure to add a small update to the Spanish-speaking customers. The text should now be correctly worded and make sense again.
Yes. And one for our file documents, something we've been contemplating for a long time that's actually been on our list. And now, because of this longer release, we were able to do something about it.
Correct.
So, for the first time, yay, file documents now have a custom workflow access as well.
Fantastic.
This is really good, especially for the people working heavily with file documents, but want to change the workflow behind. So now you can actually choose if it has a very specific little custom workflow.
Fantastic, Stefan.
Yes.
Moving on, we also had a discrepancy in the media library when you added your documentation or made updates where some images didn't really pop up as they should. And now we made sure that that's fixed, and it will now show properly all of the images that you have in your documentation. And this affects media library and make sure that the PDF exports also work as they should.
Exactly. And we added a new function in the reader settings in the admin. With that, you can now choose to not show unpublished documents for admins and editors. Prior to this, unpublished documents were just as baseline available for admins and editors, because we thought it could be nice for them to know what is coming up or what are we working on. But now with this new change, you as an admin can actually make an active choice and say, well, my editors should actually not see any unpublished documents, and neither do I want to, so we'll just turn that off. So now it's only everything that's published that's visible. This gives a little bit of a cleaner view for the editors and admins as well.
Yes, something that's also been highly asked for.
Yes, correct.
Now, we also fixed, or rather added and make sure that it works, a button called the Export Log button to compliance libraries. This had a discrepancy in what it were able to do and who could do it. But now we made sure that if you see the button, you are also allowed to use it, which is the correct way of using it.
correct. So your editors will always be able to pull and export a list of actions done to the compliance libraries. If they can see the button, they can click it, just like Michael said.
Perfect.
Time for some bug fixes.
Correct.
With Michael.
And Stefan.
Yes, I'll start on this one. Previously, when you created a form, if you had a text area field in there and you were using certain options like text inside, the form would actually stop working, which is of course quite unfortunate if you just build the perfect form ever. So this is now fixed and you can use whatever setting in your text area fields. It should be safe again.
Perfect. We also fixed another bug where in role performance, we have now added a filter that allows you to track only the active users in role performance. Previously, it would include inactive users, which would be a hassle to then filter through as an administrator or editor user without access.
Exactly. And then a small one, we had an issue that was caused by certain image types. I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty. If they existed in a text section with a $sign, that could cause some problems, which has now been fixed. So now it's safe to use your $signs again.
Another really nifty bug fix that we did was that we now made sure that the device list doesn't display any deleted users in the overview anymore. It would take up a lot of extra space that wasn't necessary, and now it will look cleaner and more easy to overview.
Exactly. And then the last one, we had an issue where if you archived the page and then moved pages in underneath that, it created some unwanted situations. Now we simply block editors from moving and nesting pages underneath archived pages. That should fix all of it. And again, the system is just a little bit more rugged.
It doesn't change your workflow in any way. It just makes sure that you don't make any mistakes.
Exactly. And that's all the bug fixes and the improvements.
Perfect.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Stefan.
That's all we had for you. As you know, we're also working on quite big projects in the background as well that we are very much looking forward to roll out to you guys during this year. But before we go, I just want to mention that we do have Go Digital in San Diego in a few months. It starts April 14 and it ends April 16. So we are very much looking forward to seeing as many of our American users as we can get there. But also, if any of you, any else want to go to San Diego and visit us, please come and have fun. Now, Michael, for a proper YouTuber exit, what do we say?
Well, if you've stayed with us this far, thank you so much. We would be super happy if you click the little bell icon down there and make sure you get the notifications on when we have new updates. Also, if you've watched this far, leave a little airplane emoji in the comments. Make sure that we know that you've been here. Okay, take care everyone. Thanks for us. See you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah!